Hello, guys, and welcome back. Today we talk about something very important about being a slave of the 3D reality or become the master of the 4D and the creator. And you have the choice. It's no secret that throughout human history, people have wondered why their lives unfold the way they do. Why do some struggle and feel trapped, while others seem to live in abundance and joy? Have you seen that in your life? Like you struggle, work hard, try your best, and then you see some really stupid people getting ahead of you. Maybe they're stupid, maybe they are criminals, maybe they are, I don't know what. All the bad stuff. So there is the problem because we are taught that we have to be good and do good, etc., but we usually don't get back. So Neville Goddard comes to the rescue and he offers a powerful answer. Reality is shaped by our imagination, and we can choose to be creators instead of victims of our circumstances. And I think that when he says imagination, he is referring to the images that you create in your head. Maybe it can be images, it can be sound, it can be touch, etc. But it's that way. So I think that we have to even further emphasize the importance of self-observation, this using imagination, and persistence. To be a master of our lives, we must understand the difference between the 3D, which is the physical reality, and the 4D, our inner world of imagination and even deeper consciousness. So, first let's clarify what the 3D and 4D realities are. The 3D world is what you can see, touch, and experience with your physical senses. This includes your job, relationships, bank account, body, and all the circumstances of your life. For many, the 3D world feels like an inescapable prison. Problems appear real and unchangeable. You may think, I'm stuck in this situation, or I will never have what I want. But according to Neville Goddard, this is not true. The 4D world is the realm of your imagination, beliefs, and inner states. Everything in your 3D world first begins in the 4D, so life comes from within. This is why Neville famously said, the world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you're doing within yourself. If you focus only on what you see in the 3D world, you will remain a slave to it. However, if you master the 4D world of your imagination, you become a creator. When you allow yourself to be controlled by what you see, hear, and experience in the outer world, you become a slave. Imagine feeling trapped in a job you hate. Your mind focuses on your lack of freedom, money, or fulfillment. You complain, feel anxious, and maybe even become hopeless. This reinforces the same experience in your 3D reality. It feels as though you have no power to change things. Neville calls this state living in the world of Caesar. Here you are ruled by outer conditions and react to life instead of creating it. But, as he teaches, the man who is enslaved to the passions of this world and reacts only to their appearances is spiritually blind. In other words, if you see only what is real, now you miss your true power. By constantly reacting to your 3D, you are at its mercy. Mastering the 4D reality by becoming a master of the 4D means that you will take control of your inner states and imagination. Instead of reacting to what you see, you live from your desires and assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. In the Bible, we find the verse, quote, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith has substance, it has something, and it means that it creates or are the things that are not seen, but you still see them. Faith here means believing in what you imagine, even when your senses tell you it's not real. Your 4D state will eventually harden into your 3D reality if you remain faithful to it. And the word is faithful. Consider someone who wants to be healthy but faces illness in their 3D life. If they identify with the sickness, constantly worrying and talking about it, they stay enslaved to it. However, if they imagine themselves as healthy and feel what it's like to be vibrant and strong, therefore the assumption begins to shift their experience. They embody the state of health even before seeing it physically. Neville teaches us to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is key to mastering the 4D. Whatever you desire, you must imagine that it is already true. Feel the joy, relief, or gratitude as if your desire is now a fact. Your inner world becomes the seed, and when nurtured with faith, it will grow into your 3D experience. And now, let's go to the techniques for becoming a master of the 4D. First, self-observation. Start by observing your thoughts and reactions throughout the day. Notice how you respond to different situations. Are you reacting out of fear, anger, or lack? Your reactions show what state you're living in. Revision. Neville often spoke about revising the past. If something unfavorable happens, you can imagine it differently. Suppose you had a difficult conversation with someone. Imagine it ending peacefully instead. By changing the memory in your 4D world, you can transform how you feel about it and influence future interactions. Living in the end. Assume that your wish is already fulfilled. If you desire a loving relationship, imagine what it would feel like to be deeply loved and cherished. Act as though it is true now. Persist in this state even when the 3D contradicts it. Persistence is crucial. It's not enough to visualize once and then doubt. You must remain faithful to your inner state, even when nothing seems to change in the outer world. Your imagination is your workshop, says Goddard. When you stay loyal to your desired state, you will see it reflected in your 3D world. And so, for example, I have to do that regarding this channel. In the moment, it's not growing. So I am in the state of a man whose channel is not growing. So I have to embody and assume the feeling and the state of the man whose channel is growing and has as the goal or end state has 100,000 subscribers, because why not? Everything is imagination. Choosing your role. Should you be a creator or a victim? Every moment you're choosing whether to be a creator or a victim. The 3D world might try to convince you that you are powerless, but it is only a reflection of your previous thoughts and beliefs. Neville reminds us, you are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. If you choose to be a creator, you take responsibility for your life. You stop blaming others or your circumstances. Instead, You turn inward and imagine what you want to experience. You persist until it becomes real. Becoming a master of the 4D reality is not always easy. Doubts and fears may arise, and I have some videos about that. The 3D world may test you. Oh, yes, it does. I'm feeling that every day. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity to prove your mastery. If you waver, return to the state of your wish fulfilled. Neville often compared this to planting a seed. You do not dig up a seed every day to check if it's growing. You water it with faith and persistence. When you understand your power, you will no longer fear life's difficulties. You will see them as reflections of past states that can be changed. And this is the path of freedom and mastery. So, before you go, leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what is your experience with Neville Goddard, tell me what does your life look like now that you are following these teachings. So, to be a slave to the 3D reality is to live in reaction and fear. To be a master of the 4D world is to create your life from within. You have the choice every day. Will you react to what you see, or will you create from what you imagine? As Neville said, man is all imagination. Therefore, man must be where he is in imagination, for his imagination is himself. So, my friend, choose wisely, for your reality depends on it. And now, let us go into the silence.